You know, guys, something very interesting happened the other day on Twitter. Now, usually the Scadmaster makes videos on YouTube. I don't really delve into Twitter or TikTok or anything else. My content usually stays here on YouTube, but the other day I made a video about skill-based matchmaking, about SBMM, some people telling me to say EOMM. Regardless, you know, it's matchmaking that is pretty rigged and pretty messed up in COD. And of course, if you're not familiar with this channel, I say things in a very polarizing way, so people take offense very, very often. Well, the other day on Twitter, a user by the name of Exoghost, he actually has a channel as well, so shout out to him for posting me. We actually follow each other on Twitter, so much love to Exo. He put out a tweet saying, a YouTuber responded to people who defend SBMM in Call of Duty, and the clip is from none other than the Scatmaster himself, okay? Yours truly. And as you can see, this post got over 1.4 million views or impressions or whatever it is on Twitter now. And look, I don't really have very many big moments on social media, okay? I mean, I have a few really, really good videos. I think my only other, like, quote-unquote big pop-off moment on Twitter, at least, was whenever I sent a broken copy of Vanguard to Activision's doors in person. And a lot of people seem to really like that one, but here, when I'm talking about SBMM, of course, it's a clip from my video, and the way I talk, people get offended very easily. And just, you know, viewing the clip itself, I was talking shit about MW 2019 fans and people who defend SBMM, and of course, a lot of people did not like that whatsoever. So in today's video, we're gonna be responding to some of the most dog shit takes I saw in the replies of this clip, of this tweet. And of course, we're still talking about SBMM, so you know what's about to go on in this video. This was a little bit of a big moment on Twitter, at least for me. And right after this, you know, Charlie Intel comes out with tweets about SBMM, Doug Dimmadome Warzone talks about SBMM, and it's just cool to see the momentum right now in real time, so we're gonna ride that momentum right here. Oh, and by the way, you should subscribe because I'm actually coming out with a full-blown review of the MW 2019 Part 3 beta in a couple of days, and it's gonna be like an actual well-formatted video, at least I'm hoping so. So stay tuned for that. So before we get into it, just leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, comment your thoughts and opinions, and look guys, I got some things to say today because one of the most common responses or replies to SBMM and to my clip was this shit right here. Skill issue. There was a lot of different responses, and in fact, there was a lot of support actually, so thank you so much. But to the few bad apples in the replies who said skill issue, I mean, there's really no other way to put it. Now, when people say skill issue, not only is it one of the easiest cop-outs, but I think it's getting to the point where people are more so starting to say it as a troll and as a joke, making fun of people who actually believe it's a skill issue. So just to let you know, if you genuinely believe it's a skill issue, I don't know what to say other than like the gameplay speaks for itself like all the fucking time. Top 3% in ranked play on MW 2019 Part 2 is not a joke. I mean, I genuinely got Crimson going against other sweats, people of my rank, and I was shitting all over a lot of these people. I shat on a lot of iridescents, which are top 1%. So when you say skill issue, I genuinely think it's one of those like you're pointing one finger at another person and the other 3 or 4 fingers are pointing right back at you. It's one of those kinds of things when you say skill issue. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure there was like that one viral tweet from Exclusive Ace who bodied the dog shit out of somebody telling him to adapt or get better or that he was not good, along the same lines of saying skill issue. And typically, yeah, if you say skill issue, and you know what, just to point this back at the clip, if you're a fan of MW 2019 as well, I mean, you're really exposing yourself as a shitter, as a fucking pisser. And before people get upset, because I know there's a lot of responses about me talking shit of MW 2019, no, I'm not fucking sorry. And secondly, eat my dad's ass from the back. And here's another short bus moron coming out here to say, YouTubers hate SBMM because it makes it harder to create highlights since they aren't matched with noobs they can stomp every game. Skill issue. Please tell me, if anybody who's familiar with this channel, please let me know if I've ever made any sort of highlight video, like me just showcasing gameplay. I don't fucking do that. I make YouTube videos to commentate, to make conversation, to give out opinions, to get people to think a different way. I never once come out here just posting straight up gameplay of me doing well. That is just an added bonus in the background for you guys to watch. And half the time, actually most of the time now with these recent CODs, I don't even fucking like the game I'm playing in the fucking background. This guy's just speaking irrelevant bullshit. And you know what? Just send this motherfucker to the gulag already. Yeah, go straight to the gulag, go circle jerk with Joe Seacon and Bobby Cosby. Fucking shitter. This next guy says, if you complain about SBMM, you are simply not as good as you think you are. You are a shit can and you're a fucking pisser. On to the next one. This guy says, him and YouTubers like him are definitely the reason COD is dying. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the gulag is gonna be a very, very packed place after this video. You know, unironically, the thing I'm talking about in that clip, SBMM, is actually one of the biggest reasons why COD is dying. Like, you can genuinely see the drop off in numbers on Steam every single month since MW 2019 Part 2 came out. People have been complaining more about SBMM since 2019 than ever before, in my opinion, but you are a fool to think that I am doing more damage than skill-based matchmaking, or EOMM. This next one I actually think is really funny. He says, so if I like a game, I suck dick at the game. No, not exactly, but since you like MW 2019, I would say yes, probably. Now look guys, I'm not necessarily the biggest MW 2019 hater. I mean, there's definitely much more vocal people than myself on YouTube and Twitter about MW 2019. Me personally, it is my least favorite multiplayer experience I've ever had. As a game overall, in total, as a whole, especially when you include Warzone, no, it is not the worst Call of Duty game of all time. But if we're talking multiplayer specifically, I genuinely think it is my least favorite experience of all goddamn time. And it just so happens that MW 2019 fans get offended the easiest, so of course I'm just picking fun at you guys. I mean, the clip speaks for itself. It's very obvious to tell I'm just kicking the shit, and I'm talking shit because I like talking shit. This next one is also actually extremely unironically funny. This guy says, if he's that good of a player, play ranked. It's called casual multiplayer, not test your skills. Guys, the jokes genuinely do write themselves sometimes. Did I play ranked play in MW 2019 Part 3? No. You know why? Because it's not available. I played casual public games, and I'm talking about SBMM. You wanna know why? It's because there's skill-based matchmaking in public matches. If people were to just stop being useless, moronic, inbred motherfuckers with fucking nubs as their thumbs and fingers, then maybe they would understand that this tweet itself is literally my fucking point. You're right, it's not ranked play. I do play ranked play a lot, and you guys see gameplay of it all the goddamn time, but the point in ranked play is that I actually want to earn a specific rank that determines what my skill level is. That's why I say top 3%, because that's literally what the fucking rank means. In casual public matches, I don't give a flying fuck about that. So why the fuck am I going against that shit 24/7? That is the point of skill-based matchmaking and why people do not like it. When you are a shitter, when you're a pisser, do you understand that you're going against other pissers? So of course, your experience is much better than somebody who's a top 3% only going against other top 3%. And to the people who say, oh, just drop a nuke on people your own level like the rest of us, you tell me if you genuinely want to do that all the fucking time. I don't care if you're the biggest SBMM fanboy or MW 2019 fanboy, nobody wants to do that 24/7 every single time they play. That is literally why people are so annoyed and upset with the usage of SBMM nowadays, because it used to not be that bad. I already shared the tweet with you guys in the last video about how SBMM has supposedly been around since the beginning of fucking COD. It makes sense, okay, that some certain level of SBMM exists at all times. That's okay. Like I've said before, I'm not trying to drop a fucking nuke on disabled girls. My name isn't the Korean fucking Savage. I'm the goddamn scat master. I don't care about that. And if you think I'm complaining because it's a skill issue and I can't stomp on noobs all the time, to me it sounds like a deflection for, oh my god, I don't want the scat master to come raining down on me with his fat ass meaty girthy cock and cock slap my fucking mother and become my stepfather. Because that's what some of you guys sound like. You sound like you're afraid of the scat master becoming your fucking stepfather. That's why you don't want me in your lobby. And it makes sense, okay? Like, it makes sense. I wouldn't want to go against the scat master either. And that's the fucking point with SBMM, is I don't want to go against other scat masters 24/7. Does that make sense? Imagine if we had SBMM in real life and you could only talk to motherfuckers like you. The amount of people that would go crazy because there's no diversity, there's no variation, and when there's finally the time that you don't go against somebody of your skill level and it's somebody who kinda sucks, like a pisser or a shitter like yourself, half of the people in the fucking replies to this goddamn clip, you know what SBMM does to the scat master who is clearly much more talented and gifted gifted at COD than you is now we gotta go sacrifice my fucking ping. Does that sound fair to you guys? That is the EOMM part of this. It's to keep people engaged in the game, so when you no longer have anybody to go against because you've shat on all of them or you've played against the majority of them, and now you get to go against the fucking noobs, now all of a sudden, I'm on 90 ping. It is meant to give me a disadvantage to give the other people a chance against the Scadmaster and keep them satisfied, keep them playing the game, keep them buying bundles. That is literally the point, and that is why so many people dislike SBMM. You know, for a quote-unquote big pop-off viral moment on Twitter, you would expect the Scadmaster to come out here and be like, oh my god, thank you guys so much for the support. Fuck that! To the people saying skill issue, I would shart on your pussy lips. Do you not understand this? And if you're somehow a guy, then I would shart on your ass lips. Swear to God, pissers expose themselves in the replies all the goddamn time. Also, very quickly, if you have not played the beta, if you never touched it, then you have no idea what I'm talking about, because it's not regular SBMM that I experienced in MW 2019 Part 2. I'm telling you guys this for a fact. I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 1, since I was like 10 or 11 years old. The SBMM I experienced in the beta as a sweat was significantly more noticeable than years prior. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to be a problem going forward of this game. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your reactions to some of these responses and replies that the Scadmaster had to endure? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.